गाइस और कैसे आप सब। आई होप आप सब बढ़िया होंगे, मैं भी एकदम बढ़िया हूँ. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट टुडेस Vprople question of the day. The name of this question is sides of a rectangle. In this question we have been given 4 points named as P1, P2, P3 and P4, and we have to check that we can form a rectangle using these 4 points or not. If then we can form a rectangle using these 4 points, we will output yes, otherwise we will output no. So first of all we have to take 4 lines of input that are 4 points of the rectangle. So I'm going to take input in the format of list. So first of all we will be given two space separated integers as x and y coordinates. So I'm going to take these space separated integers, split it and store it inside a list map integer input dot split, and I'm going to repeat this task 4 times to store the 4 points. Now C, now for D. Now let's see what are the points we have got so far: A, B, C, D. So these are the 4 points that we have got, and these 4 points have been converted to a list: 2, 12, 14, 12, 14, 22, 2, 22. Now we have to prove, we have to check that these 4 points can form a rectangle or not. So what are the properties of a rectangle? If you still remember what we studied in sixth standard, that what are the properties for four sides to be called as rectangle are: the opposite sides of the rectangle are equal. The opposite sides of the rectangle are equal, which means the opposite sides have same length, which means that length of AB will be equal to length of CD, and length of BC will be equal to length of AD. Not just these 2 points. The third point is the length of AC, the length of the diagonal from A to C will be equal to the length of the diagonal from B to D. So the first point is the length of the opposite sides will be equal, and the second point is the length of the diagonal drawn from A to C will be of equal length as of the diagonal drawn from B to D. So to calculate these corresponding lengths, we have to write a function to calculate the distance between 2 points. So for that reason, now let's head towards writing a function named as distance to calculate the distance between 2 points P1, P2. And now the distance formula is the difference between the x coordinate and then their whole square, plus the distance between the y coordinates and their whole square. And after then after summing up all these values, we have to find the square root of the given value. So d equal to p1 x coordinate minus p2 x coordinate. Now we have to find their whole squares, and we have to repeat the same task for y coordinate also: p1 y coordinate minus p2 y coordinate, and after then we have to sum it up. And for finding the square root of this value, I'm going to put it to the power of 1 by 2. So this is the complete formula of distance to calculate the distance between two formula, and now I'm going to return d. But first of all, let's check what is that our formula is correct or not. So I'm going to write print distance a comma b. Let's see that our formula that we wrote is correct or not. So yeah, it is completely correct, as it is giving the output as 12.0. So now we are ready to find the distance between 2 points. The distance between the points A and B is distance A comma B. Now I'm going to repeat this particular task 4 times to find their corresponding distance. The distance between AB हो गया. Now distance between B and C. Distance between B and C. Distance between the points C and D. Distance between the points C and D. Distance between the points A and D. Distance between the points A and D. Now for finding the distance between these two particular for the finding the length of the diagonal, I'm going to find the distance between these two corner points, opposite corner points A and B, A and C, and B and D. So A and C, the distance between the points A and C, and now here I'm going to find the distance between the points B and D. But after finding all these distance, I have to check that the distance between the length of the side AB is equal to length of the side CD. So if AB equal to CD and the next opposite side is AD equal to BC. AD equal to BC. Now here I'm checking that opposite sides are equal or not, and and the second point is to check that the length of these diagonals is equal or not, and AC equal to BD. If all these things are correct, if all these if all these conditions give true value, then print yes, otherwise print no. Okay, so let's see that our code is correct or not. BD is not defined. Wait a minute. Okay, BD, no, okay, it is DB here. DB ABCDDB. It's okay. Yeah, so our code is completely correct as it has passed all the test cases. So the logic that I used in my code is first what was the first to find the distance between 2 points to use the distance formula, and the second logic was the property of rectangle that we all studied in sixth standard. All the opposite sides are equal and the length of the diagonal is equal. So this was a very easy question for today. I hope you all must have found it easy to understand my solution. So this was me Utkarsh signing off for the day. Thank you. Have a nice day. Keep learning, keep coding.